Look at all this loot! DJ, none for you! Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and I am a shameless fan of getting free stuff, especially free stuff that's better than previous free stuff that I was sent. I have been sent the Ceda Model S, as you were all probably expecting, since a whole bunch of them got sent out. I was previously given the Ceda to test, and if you recall my video from that, which I'll put the link in the description, maybe, I'll probably forget. Anyway, wasn't terribly impressed with it. The stock internal kit was very poor. It had all sorts of various issues. I tried putting the brass kit in it that they had the files available for on Thingiverse, and it didn't work very well until I kind of abandoned it. And then they sent me this one, and it's much nicer. Let's go to the range and fling some foam with it. We'll get some numbers for it. We'll see how it performs, and then I'll talk about it. Right, here we are at the range. Shooting at the long range, we have the 50-foot target and the 75-foot target. I will see if I can hit anything at all with this. We'll start with that 50. We'll start with a katana mag, since that's what it came with. Oh, low. Very low. Oh, that did not clear. What happened here? Come on. Did that clear the breach? No. Blew a head off a dart. Now it's stuck in the rifling. Dubious. There we go. Gotta aim about 6 inches above his head. Make that a foot above his head. You gotta lob them in there. I am not terribly impressed yet. We shall see. Have a second magazine. And we have a Talon mag. See if I can get anywhere near that far one. I'm going to have to aim practically over his head. I have no idea what just happened. Having dart head issues here. Shooting about 8 feet high, and I don't think I'm even getting out there. Well, now I'm hitting trees. Try some different darts. Somebody who was previously shooting on my range did not clean up after themselves, so I have some darts that were spare lying around. Sirs. A couple of... See how a Gen 3 worker and a Gen 2 worker work. Oh, much better. Yeah. Use worker darts. Fancy that. Alright. Let's go see how bad that really was. Train! Here at about, well, there's the 5-foot mark, is the first one that just kind of lost its head and flopped out. We then had a pair that got double loaded as a result of that malarkey. They are not showing up well on camera. despite being bright red. That's weird. We're here at 25, so I mean, that really wasn't fair. Then we had, just not impressed, 35. And in order to get him out here, I was aiming, like I said, a foot above its head and still coming kind of short. Trying to lob them all the way out to the 75, and there's a couple that made it, but not very well. A couple out here at 90, but that was arced at like 30 degrees. There's a dead target here. Oh, look. A couple of workers. We'll try them, see if they work any better. Alright, a few more tests. Alright, not yet impressed, but we shall see. I have, I think 4 worker Gen 2s and 2 worker Gen 3s in here. We'll see if that gets any better results. A little bit. Still got to shoot over his head, but they shoot nice and straight. Now, to be entirely fair, this has a relatively weak spring in it. I will definitely need to try it with a heavier spring load. In fact, I think I have a really nice heavier spring. I don't know if it'll work in this thing, but we will find out today. Go inside and talk about this thing. Alright, for those of you that are still here to actually hear the review, this is, of course, the Ceda Model S. The first thing that I noticed different about it, let's see if we can get them both in frame at the same time, is the original one was decidedly glossy. The shell was smooth, and it didn't have any real texture on it. And that was, yeah, I didn't like that. It made it feel cheap. Whereas the Model S has a satin finish, and whether it's actually different plastic or if they just put a different finish on it, I don't know, but it makes it just seem so much nicer. It also makes it a little less slippy, which is important. So yeah, that was a definite improvement. It did actually come with the same stock as the original one, which a lot of people weren't big fans of, but they were nice enough to include a replacement stock for me that's, I'm sure, available on their website. That actually is nicely extended. Very similar profile to the original, really, so it matches nicely, and I appreciate that. But it's got a rubber back, and whatever these toggles do, I have no idea. I'm sure they're terribly important, and somebody out there knows what they are, and they'll tell me in the comments, and then 50 other people will, and I will snark them. But it's very nice. I am genuinely curious, so if you do know what that is, go ahead and let me know, and I may spare you the snark. It did also come with an optic, some Evike scope series thing. Came with the tool that came with it, and a riser. So that's neat. Not sure if I will ever use the riser, but I have one should I want one. Very nice, has red and green and multiple, the dial on the side adjusts the, how bright it is. So that is nice. Obviously, the other thing that you'll notice is what was white on this one is black on this one, and I definitely like that better. I would have preferred the red one. They sent me the blue one. I might be able to trade someone who has a red one and would prefer the blue one, or I can always paint it, but it's easier to paint red orange than blue orange, so that's why I kind of prefer the orange one. But this way makes it really easy to tell them apart. Not that, the black rather than white would have... They didn't ask which color I wanted, and now I'm complaining about something that was free. What a schmuck. Alright, so, what else can I tell you? The original one, as I said, the breach was poor. If you saw my previous the video I did on this one, the original internals were decidedly poor, and the 3D printed kit that allowed you to make a brass breach for it didn't work well for me, so I abandoned it. This one, on the other hand, comes with a very nice... it comes with the Alpha RT kit. I have it on the box and everything. Big plunger tube, long spring, looks like a metal catch, very nice breech, aluminum barrel, rifled barrel, all of that. Very snazzy. You can see the rifling. It is snazzy. Yeah, but it is a half-dart only kit when you prime the breech. The bolt, I don't know if you can actually see that, but the bolt does not go far enough back for you to be able to chamber a full-length dart, but that is okay because they send you the adapter for katana mags. It comes with a black translucent katana mag instead of the orange ones. So it's designed for half darts. You could put a different breech in, hypothetically, that would allow you to fire full-length darts, but train? Not sure why you'd want to. I'm sure some of you are going to ask, so I'm going to go ahead and show you if you can put the worker kit, the worker adapter in there, the one that does not have any kind of a catch, it's just friction fit, and it will fit quite nicely. It is still far enough forward so that it will work. And then obviously the best one, of course, is the EZ adapter, because it can take either katanas or talons. If I've gotten those magazines wrong at some point, do forgive me. It'll also then take the 3D printed Pecker mags or the Coat Duck Vorpal mags, which I still have never printed because I'm a schmuck. We've established this. Anyway, the other options that exist, of course, are the full-size magazines that take half darts as long as the lip is far enough forward. Those ones will also fit, should you like that look better, but these, of course, take up twice as much room in your magazine pouches. So that's kind of a personal preference there. I do have one of these that has a full-sized lip, and I don't know if that would work in here. I can't seem to find that magazine, but I would recommend the ones that have the half-dart lips anyway, because they're easier to load. So that's all the basics. It does, of course, still have the same teardown system, which is so convenient, and that really is this thing's greatest achievement. I mean, it'll take most kits that will work in a Retaliator or the Prophecy, so there are plenty of upgrade kits for it. There are upgrade springs for it, as we will see later, thanks to the time travel of editing. But having 2 pins, pull it out, and you can swap all your internals, put the 2 pins back in, is fantastic. So let's get some more numbers. Alright, so range performance was not exactly stellar. Let's get the numbers and see if that will explain it. This is shooting the darts that came with it. 154. 153. 151, 145, 147, 147, 146. I would have expected better performance given those numbers. I'm gonna try some other ammunition. I've got 2 sweet oranges, 2 Gen 2 and 2 Gen 3. 154, 155, 148, 140, 154, 149. So, same numbers. Still would have expected better performance at 50 feet. Let's swap the spring for the heavy one that's in the other one and see if it makes a difference. This is not an impressive spring. So I found this. I think it is the spring from an extended buffer tube Retaliator kit. I have no idea if it actually is any heavier, but we're going to find out. Whatever else you want to say about this thing, the toolless disassembly is stupid cool. Pull 2 pins, pull it out, swap a new spring in, pull it, which is beautiful, and I love it. You still recording? You are still recording. All right, let's see if it helped. All right, 5 more shots of the original ammo. 192, 184, 190, 185, 182. Yes. Yes. That is an improvement. See if it shoots any better at the range. Still got a little bit of daylight. Turns out I got plenty of daylight, but I'm running out of battery life on my phone. So, let's do this quick. I've got another 5 rounds loaded in here. We've got an extra 30 FPS. Let's see if we can hit the target. 3 out of 5 isn't bad. The other 2 missed by an inch, which is probably more me than the blaster. Much, much better. Let's talk about this thing. So the initial numbers that I was getting with this was 150s. High 140s, I think 154 was the highest I got, which is nice because it means I would actually be able to use this at my local Nerf wars. Being able to hit a man-sized target at 50 feet, I probably could have. I had to aim a little bit high, so it's not really performing as well as the Caliburns, even at the same FPS, but that really shouldn't surprise anybody. But it would be usable, and with the spring that came with it, it was fairly light, and being as durable as it is, this is one I really would consider trying at one of our Nerf wars to see how well it would perform, and I liked that. With a heavier spring, obviously, just the heavier spring, I was able to get it to 180. I'm sure there's lots of other things that you could tune, or an even heavier spring, or various tweaks and optimizations. You could probably get this a lot closer to the 200, and then it would be good for things like Dart Zone Pro, the Blaster Tag Association stuff, the 200 FPS limit stuff that is out there, and at a fairly low cost. I should look up what the cost is. So I will. So according to the internet, this is approximately $89, so roughly half that of a Caliburn or a Talon Claw, and less than the Dart Zone Pro, unless you managed to get that the cheap 1.1 one. Was that a thing? I think I heard it was like 61 bucks for a while. I didn't grab one. Anyway, so it is a viable option. It's a decent platform, not as powerful, again, as a Talon Claw or a Caliburn, or on the upper end. But if you're looking for that 200, I definitely think this can do it. And if you're going for the 150, well, it's that out of the box. So, yeah, it's got potential. And it's very, very comfortable. I like that big handle. The pump grip could use a little bit of work. It could have used something to keep your hand from slipping off the back. I'd love it if it had Picatinny rails, so you could have put an angled foregrip. I'm sure it won't be long until there are 3D printed replacement grips. I think there already were for this one, so that probably already exists, and I'm just blathering at this point. Anyway, I like it. I will probably actually run this at an upcoming event. I'm going to see if anybody got the red one and is willing to trade, but other than that, yeah, I like it. I'm going to plunk some more of those pop can things because they make a lovely sound when you hit them. So, thank you, Evike, for sending me this, for all the gizmos. I understand Tactical Foam was involved. Go check him out. He's still awesome as far as I know. We haven't stayed in touch. Thank you for watching. Be gone with you. Off with you. Yes. Double loaded that last one. They make such a lovely ping!